What if I told you that one of the greatest athletes who ever lived wasn't real? In the late 1980s, B.O. Jackson was a superhero. The only athlete in history to be an all-star in both the NFL and Major League Baseball. He was unstoppable. But one day, performance coach Todd Herman sat down with B.O. and asked him about his mentality. B.O. leaned in and said something that would change Todd's life forever. B.O. Jackson said, B.O. Jackson never played a down of football in his entire life. What did he mean? How could the man himself not have played? Because when B.O. Jackson stepped onto that field, he wasn't B.O. Jackson. He was Jason Welcome to Mine Gym. Today, we are training you to unlock the hero inside you using the principles from Todd Herman's masterpiece, The Alter Ego Effect. Part 1. The Origin Story. B.O. Jackson and Jason. When B.O. was a young, hot-headed player, he had a massive problem, anger. Every time an opponent trash-talked him or took a cheap shot, B.O. would explode. He'd get penalties. He'd lose focus. He was his own worst enemy. Then, one night, he watched a horror movie, Friday the 13th. He became fascinated by the villain, Jason Voorhees. Jason wasn't emotional. He wasn't erratic. He was cold, relentless, and calculating. Nothing could distract him from his mission. So, B.O. made a decision. He decided that the moment he walked out of the locker room and his feet hit the grass of the football field, B.O. Jackson would leave, and Jason would take over. Suddenly, the angry kid who got pushed around transformed into a relentless, unstoppable force. He wasn't pretending to be fake. He was unlocking a part of himself that already existed, a part that had the traits he needed to succeed. And that, my friends, is the alter ego effect. Part 2. The Science and the Problem. The Ordinary World. Todd Herman, who spent over 20 years coaching Olympic athletes and billionaires, explains that we all have two worlds, the ordinary world and the extraordinary world. The ordinary world is where you live with self-doubt, imposter syndrome, and fear. It's the voice that says, I'm not good enough to give that presentation, or I'm too nervous for this interview. We think we need to fix ourselves. But Todd says you don't need to be fixed. You just need to be accessed. You already have the traits of a hero inside you: confidence, creativity, resilience. But they are buried under years of social conditioning telling you to grow up and stop playing pretend. The truth is, the games we played as kids, pretending to be superheroes, weren't a waste of time. It was practice for accessing our best selves. Ask Todd Poots if this isn't about being fake. Pretending to know particle physics when you don't is fake. Using an alter ego to crush a presentation you are qualified for is just bringing the right tool for the job. Part 3. The Enemy and the Tool. How to build your alter ego. So, how do we actually do this? Todd lays out a simple, actionable framework. We need to find two things: the enemy and the artifact. Step 1. Identify the enemy. Who is the version of you that shows up when you're failing? Is it the procrastinator? The people pleaser? The hothead like young B.O.? You need to give that negative version a name. Pull it out of the shadows so you can defeat it. Step 2. Find your moment of impact. When do you need your alter ego? On the sports field? During a sales call? When you're writing? Define your field of play. Step 3. Choose your hero. This is the fun part. Who embodies the traits you need. It doesn't have to be a fictional character. It could be a historical figure, a mentor, or even a version of yourself from the future. Ask yourself, who needs to show up to make success inevitable? Step 4. The artifact, the totem. This is the secret sauce. You need a trigger to activate your alter ego. Todd Herman himself uses Superman's classic trick. When Todd needs to be a confident, no-nonsense coach, He puts on a specific pair of glasses. The moment the glasses go on, average Todd leaves, and the coach arrives. This is a psychological trigger called an artifact. It could be a bracelet, a specific song you listen to before a meeting, or even a specific cologne you wear. It signals to your brain, it's time to switch. Why this works? It's not a mask, it's you. Now, you might be thinking, isn't this just lying to myself? Isn't this just avoiding my real problems? No, Herman is very clear about this. Your alter ego isn't a mask to hide behind. It's a lens to focus the best parts of you. He tells the story of a high-ranking military officer who was great at commanding troops, but terrible at being a warm, present father at home. He needed an alter ego for home, a softer, more patient version of himself. This isn't about being fake. It's about being intentional. It's about sacrificing the person you are right now for the person you could become, as French critic Charles Dubois said. The important thing is this, to be ready at any moment to sacrifice what we are for what we could become. Your phone booth moment. Superman had his phone booth. B.O. Jackson had the hash marks of a football field. You need your moment of transformation. You have an enemy inside you that is holding you back. But you also have a hero. Your job is to build that hero, give it a name. Give it a trigger. And let it loose when the game is on the line. This is mine, Jim. We don't just read books. We train our minds. If you enjoyed this workout, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and get ready for the next chapter. Now, go out there and be the hero you were meant to be.